Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to adjourn in memory of Mervyn "Merv" Morris. Merv passed away last week at the age of 101. While Merv is best known outside of our region as the founder of Mervyn's department stores, he is better known locally for his service to the community. After growing up in the small Central Valley town of Delano, Merv enlisted in the Army during World War II. After being discharged as a captain, Merv returned to Delano to work for his parents' local retail store. He eventually moved to the Bay Area, and at the age of 29, Merv opened the first Mervyn's department store in San Lorenzo. Around the same time, on a blind date, Merv met his future wife of 66 years, Rosalind Roz Grossman. They married in 1950 and were soon blessed with 4 children, Diane, Jeff, and twins John and Jim. As their family grew, so did the company, opening more department stores and eventually going public in 1971. Mervyn's was eventually sold to Dayton Hudson, now known as Target, and by the time Merv retired, there were approximately 75 stores. Merv stayed busy in retirement, serving on the boards of Dayton Hudson Corporation, Ross Stores, Pacific Gas and Electric Company, Vans Shoes, and the Oakland Tribune. However, his real passion was philanthropy, and Merv spent much of his time serving on nonprofit boards, including the Boys and Girls Clubs of America, the California Academy of Sciences, the Palo Alto Medical Foundation, Stanford Hospital, the Jewish Home for the Aged, Mount Zion Hospital of San Francisco, and the University of Southern California. Fight on. In 2002, Merv was appointed by President George W. Bush to serve as a trustee of the United States Holocaust Memorial Museum, and he was also a civilian advisor to the Commanding General of the Army and Air Force Exchange Service. Closer to home, Merv and his wife Roz made a major investment to build the Mervyn G. Morris Clubhouse for the Boys and Girls Clubs of the Peninsula, otherwise known as BGCP. They were also committed supporters of the Peninsula Volunteers in Menlo Park, providing critical funds to build the Rosalind G. Morris Activity Center. BGCP was my nonprofit of the year last year and serves as a vital resource for so many in my district. Merv was a huge ally for the organization, supporting them with his time, his resources, and his connections to others. Merv especially stepped up during the 2008 financial crisis to help the organization stay afloat and keep running programs to support the community when the community needed it most. I will end with a story the president of BGCP, Peter Fortenbaugh, shared earlier this week about a board meeting from 2008. And I quote, "We were heading down a path of being cautious and cutting some programs to reduce our budget. Merv, who had been listening quietly, then spoke up and said that we are talking about his kids who are living in his town, and we are not cutting services to them on his watch." This was instantly summarized to the legendary quote, "Our kids, our town, our watch." No message has ever been delivered more concisely and precisely. We held our course, and the rest is history. I want to thank you for allowing me to adjourn the assembly in the memory of Mervyn "Merv" Morris.